Hello everybody! 2022. My goodness, ang bilis ng panahon, ano? Imagine that. 2022 na. Ganun-ganun na lang. Obviously, my getup, I am in another country. Medyo malamig po dito kung nasan ako ngayon. However, nakahanap na po ako ng flight. I am going back to the Philippines in a couple of weeks and I am excited. Medyo natagalan ako maghanap ng flight. Lagi naka-cancel, lagi umuurong because of this new variant, this whole Omicron thing. And then, what's her name? Gwyneth pa. Medyo nagkalat na ng Omicron, di ba? Anyway, I don't wanna get into that. Good vibes ako ngayon. Yes, MLRTW. Kung first time mo marinig ang MLRTW, MLRTW stands for Makina Lady Riders of the World. Isang taon na po natin ito ginagawa. We've been featuring lady riders every month. So this is about women riders. Kagaya na sinabi ko dati, there is no point in time na merong ganong karaming mga babaeng nagra-ride. Sobrang dami. Historically speaking, eto na yon. We are in this day and age na napakarami nagra-ride na mga babae at nakakatuwa, di ba? Kasi kakasawa na lang, puro lalaki na lang nagra-ride, di ba? Pag naglalabas-labas tayo, na sausage fest, di ba? Hey bro, yeah. Just the point here, given naman talaga ang motor delikado yan. Pag ikaw ay na-aksidente, you are going to be at a disadvantage compared to those na nakakotse, di ba? Obvious ba? But again, that's why we're pushing for safety riding, we're pushing for responsible riding. And I don't know, hindi naman sa nagge-generalize ako, pero I always felt that women riders have always been smart on the road. Pag nakakasama ko mga babae nag-ride, para silang precise, para silang kalmadong okay. Hindi sila parang mga ibang lalaki na lagi na lang parang may hinahabol or something to prove or, di ba, parang kailangan, hey bro, come on, ride tayo. Pag mga babae nag-ride, chill lang sila eh. Hey, come on, let's ride. And women riders can also be an influence not just with women riders but with guys too, di ba? Okay, so for our first guest, her name is Unica Vasquez. And how apt kasi siya ay ating unika guest etong taon 2022. So just like yung mga ibang guests natin sa MLRTW, na-discover ko po siya sa social media. Nakita ko na rin siya sa post. I think yung unang post ko na nakita ko from her would be in Motobuilds Pilipinas. She was into classic bikes and custom, and then nagpo-post siya unti-unti. Sabi ko, ba, okay ito mental note na ako, and then through the months, I kita ko she's been more active, and then next thing you know, she's been hosting. I think I saw her host a Bristol event, if I'm not mistaken. Naturally, it caught my attention, and I reached out to her, and sabi ko, hey, can you tell us about your story? Paano ka magsimula magmotor, and all of that. So here folks, welcome to 2022, the first episode of MLRTW EP1 Season 2. Our first guest, Unica Vasquez. Enjoy. Hello.
Hi.
How do I call you? How do you pronounce it? Unica or Unica or Nika or Nix or
You can call me Nika or Nix because my username on Instagram is Nix Vasquez.
Of course, MLRTW is a show that we are doing because ang dami na talagang mga women riders ngayon, lady riders. And it's an encouraging thing. It just goes to show na pagdating sa motor, women can ride no problem,
Yes,
you know.
That's correct.
I actually saw you in that full Bristol launch, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
So you got into hosting too.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, I assume na una yung motor. So paano nangyari yun?
Okay, quick story about my motorcycle journey is because of your page, Moto Builds.
Oh, yay.
I was like literally a big fan of that page. So I started searching ng mga motor because I grew up riding motorcycle na talaga. So I wanted to have my own, pero it's a secret. So I was like secretly browsing Moto Builds Pilipinas ng mga classic. Kasi sabi ko, if I'll be riding a motorcycle, ayoko ng mga scooter. I want something na, badass, So, yung page mo is like one of the famous pages in
Yeah,
Facebook.
Moto Builds is pretty active.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised. Gulo doon, ang dami kung ano pinapost. Kung ano binibenta. But anyway, yeah. So, let's backtrack even more. Sabi mo, bata ka pala. So, your dad, nakita mo na daddy mo nagmamotor ever since?
Yeah, ever since I grew up. But I was always the OBR, official back ride. Kasi hindi naman niya ako pinapayagan magmotor. Given that I'm Unica Iha, sabi ko, kahit anong mangyari, I'll buy my own. Kahit hindi nila malaman, basta I have my own. So, secretly, nagpa-custom ako thanks to Moto Builds. Nakakuha ko ng mga ideas. My first ever bike was a Honda TMX 125, which is pretty famous for
Builds.
base bikes, sa mga builds.
Yeah.
Nung natago ko, kasi when I got it, pinadiretso ko kagad sa builder. Because of course, I can't put it sa bahay namin.
Muna, okay.
So, sige, I have like a month or two to, conceptualize what's gonna be my alibi and all. After na matapos yung motor ko, nag-text yung builder ko, which is from Rage Customs, Pampanga. Sabi niya, okay na yung bike mo, pwede mo nang dalhin. So, that's like, wait, okay, this is it. Grab my phone, book Transportify, and then texted my dad na, may pipick upin ka dyan, paki-receive na lang. So, my dad was like, okay, sige. After how many hours, dumating na yung Transportify sa bahay namin. Pagbukas ng door ng dad ko, yun, it's a motor. So, sabi ng dad ko, sa'yo to? Oo pa. Ala, pero yan, display lang yan. But, yeah, I mean, wala lang. It's just a hobby. Because I started last year during pandemic.
Okay.
Those were the days ng lockdown. So, parang sabi ko na lang, it's just a hobby na wala na akong magawa ng lockdown. So, pinagawa ko
Happy,
yan.
pero sa likod mo may Super 4 ka na sinasakyan.
Yeah. This is another story. Sobrang na-encourage ako or parang bumalik yung love ko with motorcycle.
Pero what did your dad say? When dumating na, andyan na, nasa iba yan, and then sabi mo, hobby. What did he say?
Oh, wala. No choice.
Talaga?
That's like
Inupuan ka ba niya? Talagang total explain na siya ng lahat ng mga pag-iingat. Inupuan ka na niya?
As his back ride, nung bata pa ako, like, growing up, sinasabi niya sa akin, like, on the spot, pag nagmotor ka, hindi ka pwedeng pumwesto dito, bawal ka dito, defensive driver ka dapat, blah, blah, blah. So, like, medyo may idea na ako. Street smart na ako nung pagmamotor.
Did you take formal lessons before?
I haven't, but yeah, it's one thing na bucket list ko ngayong pandemic.
You're planning for it naman.
Yes, super.
So, the rest of your family, what did they say? Siblings? Wala lang.
Wala na silang nagawa.
Pero may pumalag. I mean,
May pumalag.
the concern was
like
there.
mga tita, aunties, like, kababae mong tao, bakit ka nagmumotor?
Ay, nako, I
Which
hate
is-
hearing that also, kababae mo ta. Dapat sinabi mo, ngayon.
Exactly. So, I promised my dad na lang and even the whole fam na lang na don't worry, I'll be cautious naman with motorcycle.
From saying that the hobby siya, naging daily rider na ba siya? Ginamit
Yeah.
mo na ba for, okay.
The moment I got the TMX, na-in love din siya sa motor ko. Parang sabi niya, nak, ang ganda ng motor mo.
Anong naalala mong motor na nakita mo
A
through the years?
lot! From my bicycle to electric scooter, RS100, as in like,
So, dalawang gulong talaga.
Ever, as in-
that's great. In the future, if you have your own children na, papayagan mo rin ba sila?
yeah, of course. Like, I don't wanna be hypocrite naman na ako nagmamotor, then hindi ko papayagan yung mga kids ko in the future. Siguro, tuturuan ko na lang sila na maging, defensive driver and be a responsible driver.
Did the pandemic have anything to do with it? Na gusto mo na biglang magmotor? Or was it something you were planning kahit walang pandemic pa?
Yeah, I was really planning na talaga. Because I work in Makati, I stay in Makati. So, yung sobrang traffic niya. And then back then, my work was like from one place to another place. So, I always take angkas. Shout out to angkas. Marami kayo nakuha sa akin. But yeah, kahit naka-coat ako, office wear, nag-aangkas ako because I know yung traffic. So
you knew na.
yun
You know,
yung
it was a
reason.
practical and the value was there. What industry are you in?
Consulting firm. I do some other stuff for operations and admin.
So, sounds like you're na top secret FBI. During this time, meron bang semplang na nangyari?
One semplang was, because I was starting to learn motorcycle pa lang, yung clutch thing, So, inclined, palabas ako ng street. Typical, di ba? Namatayan ako, then I drop my bike. So, that's it. That's
Those are the
sobrang,
usual
minor.
naman eh. Oo.
Sobrang
Big
minor.
bikes naman, matilt mo lang yan the point of no return. Ang bigat na yung mahuhulog na.
Yung mga start ko is like with the Honda TMX talaga, which is customized sa cafe.
Is the bike still with you?
Oh, no, wala na siya.
Dispatch na.
Yeah.
Wala. So how did the Super 4 come into play?
After I got the TMX, a month or two, I got the Honda Cub. Ang ganda, parang na-addict ako mag-customize. TMX, Honda Cub, I got this one, the Super 4. Still an old bike, but I wanted ulit na mag-customize ng motor. So,
The
Sabi
Super
nila.
4 is a pretty good base
Ay.
that you can go into the highway and stuff. Oh.
Yeah, so it's a good beginner's bike for highway or expressway legal bike. I got it online and then chinek siya nung trusted mechanic ko, Boxworks.
How was the transition naman from TMX to a Super 4?
Nung lumipat ako dito sa Super 4, medyo nabigatan ako, which is normal sa mga big bikes. But the thing is, pag umandar ka na pala, that's one thing I didn't know. Kasi lahat naman ng motorcycle na na-try ko back then was low displacement. So this was like my first ever big bike. Pag umandar ka na, dun gumagaan. So, okay. So, kahit anong bigat niya.
Kung baga hand in glove na mas madali na siya.
Yes.
So, paano yan? Magbabala ka bang mas malaki pa dyan?
Yes!
Parang
oo.
sinisisiw mo na yung Super 4.
Oh, well, that's my promise na parang gradually increase my displacement. Because I don't wanna go from 0 to 100 right away naman. I mean, I wanted to be responsible pa rin. So, from 400, nakatry na ako ng 500, 650, to
Wow.
800. So, like, transition talaga para malaman ko yung difference ng mga handling niya.
Yeah, mukhang papunta ka talaga doon. Saan ka na nakalarga sa mga panahon ngayon? Saan ka na nakapunta?
I went to Pangasinan, nadaang Kalikasan, Zambales. That was my first ever long drive na nagawa sa motorcycle journey ko.
Okay. Are there any other plans in the future? Maybe nabala ka na ba na gusto mong gawin?
Right now, wala pa talaga. But I just hope na ma-explore ko pa yung mga motorcycle because I wasn't really expecting na maging ganito yung lakas ng community ng motorcycles.
In terms of a partner in life, issue ba na kailangan ba rider siya?
For me, it doesn't matter. But it's a plus points if my partner knows how to ride because of course that's gonna be one bonding of us. It's always gonna be a plus points na
Okay.
marunong magmotor.
So before I let you go, for both women and men riders na who want to get into it, what's your advice to them?
For women first, don't be afraid even if sabihin nila kababae mong tao pag ka magmamotor. Don't believe them. If that makes you happy, then go. And for everyone, literally everyone riding, let's be responsible. Huwag tayo maging kamote as much as possible. Let's respect one another, even if it's a big bike, low displacement, e-scooter, anything on wheels, let's respect each other because you'll never know eh.
Okay, thank you so much. You ride safe and I'll see more of you online.
Thank you.